About to get underway here on mat number 1. 1A final. Maxx Hubbard of Sterling Newman wrestling Andy Rodawold of Wilmington. Rodawold in on a shot early. He got in deep on a shot. Ends up in a scramble where both guys have one another's legs. I can't imagine this ending anything but a stalemate, and it is. A good shot by Rodawold to start the match. Rodawold, a 36-2 junior. Hubbard, a 41-2 senior. This is the 132-pound state championship match.
Obviously, we talked a little bit before with Sterling Newman's success. They've got a streak going of finalists. They also have a streak going for state champions. I want to say it's probably about 11 or 12 years in a row now they've had a finalist, with 7 years. With 7 years as a state champion. So this could be Sterling Newman's first shot. This could be Sterling Newman's first shot at a state champion to keep that streak alive. They have a couple more chances.
They have 4 guys in the finals altogether. Of course, Webb just lost his finals match. Hubbard has a match here. Troy wrestles later. And I'm forgetting the last Sterling Newman wrestler. Rodawold almost scoring a takedown on the edge of the mat. Hubbard now, is he going to be able to keep in Rodawold? He is. So Hubbard able to get the takedown on the very edge of the mat, takes a 2-0 lead. Maxx Hubbard on top. 25 seconds to go in the first period. Rodawold was close to getting a takedown on the edge of the mat. Hubbard able to keep his feet in bounds, and he's the one who comes up with 2. 15 seconds to go in the first period. Hubbard has Rodawold broken down in the center of the mat.
Hubbard in the blue and white singlet is green on the scoreboard. Rodawold in the purple and black Wilmington Wildcats singlet will be red.
Rodawold will start the second period on bottom. Hubbard covers, and away we go. Rodawold comes to his feet. Hubbard drops him back down to the mat. Rodawold looking to get a roll. Hubbard rides him tough. Just keeping the pressure on Rodawold. Hubbard now looking for a tilt, and he's going to get it. Maxx Hubbard's going to get back points here. Looks like 3 back points coming his way. Referee has not awarded them yet because Hubbard still has Rodawold's arm behind his back.
Referee this match, Jim Carnahan.
And gives it up.
One of the Grand Marshals this evening that was honored before we started the wrestling tonight.
Hubbard with a 5-0 lead now. Move that he scored on was one that you've got to have the arm on. You've got to keep that arm of your opponent tight. Otherwise, when you roll through, you're going to be in trouble. Hubbard had that arm tight, able to get the 5 count for a 3 near fall and a 5-0 lead. We head under 30 seconds to go in the second period. Maxx Hubbard of Sterling Newman in control. Got that deep waist on Rodawold. Rodawold tries to roll. Hubbard able to foul to this point. Both wrestlers end up on their hips. 2 seconds left as Rodawold tries to roll out. Hubbard just does a good job just staying just as tight as possible against him. Rodawold unable to go anywhere. Hubbard has choice in the third period. He chooses down. Rodawold gives them the escape, so they start the third period neutral. 6-0. Max Hubbard in the lead. Rodawold in another good shot. He had a good one in the first period, too. Can he finish this one off? Hubbard gets a whizzer in and puts a quarter Nelson in on Rodawold. Rodawold stays with it, still in on that single leg. Still nothing. They're close to the edge of the mat now. Rodawold goes to Hubbard's head, and the wrestlers are out of bounds. Rodawold came close to getting that takedown. He sure worked hard for it. He did a good job staying with it, staying in on that single leg. But Hubbard able to avoid being taken down as the wrestlers went out of bounds. Now Hubbard in on a shot. Hubbard hooks the ankle and gets the two. Right on the edge of the mat where Hubbard got his first two of the match. So Max Hubbard with an 8-0 lead now. It feels like if this match stayed on its feet, Rodawold has a chance. Rodawold had a couple of good shots, but Hubbard able to finish both of his takedowns. One off of a great shot that Rodawold had, the other one off of a good shot that Hubbard had. But Hubbard's just controlling Rodawold on the mat. Rodawold has been unable to get away from him. And so with a minute left to go, Max Hubbard appears to be well on his way to a state championship.
These two have met up previously, with Hubbard coming away the victor. They are ranked first and second in the state. Hubbard first, Rodawold second. Hubbard's two losses have come to Bruno, which we'll see coming up next from Sandwich, and John Morrell from Leroy. It came early in the season, midway in the season.
Again, Rodawold tries to roll, unable to do anything, and he ends up flat in the center of the mat. Hubbard puts in the power half, trying to stretch Rodawold out. He breaks Rodawold flat in the center of the mat. No back points, but effective as a way to continue to burn the clock. We're under 10 seconds to go now. Max Hubbard is going to be your state champion as the Sterling Newman Catholic fans start to stand. The final, 8-0. Max Hubbard goes out as a senior, 42-2, as he flexes in front of his fans. Your state champion at 132 pounds, Class 1A.
The streak continues.
Something in the water at Sterling Newman. 8 years in a row now with a state champion. Is it 12 years in a row now for a state finalist?
It sounds about right. I'm sure we're off. We've been off about everything else this weekend.
It seems like it's been a lot more than that. They've certainly had their fair share of finalists and champions. Even before that streak began, they've been bringing home medals from the individual state tournament.